pagi kawan-kawan, kita kembali live game football. Kita lanjut divisi ya. Pagi ini
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. action has already started. Jim, who do you reckon it should? Surely! Caceres gets it clear. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Looking for the run. It's a pretty loose pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gordon. Now it's Torres. And he was quick to react. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Inzaghi. Kimmich. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Referee's given a throw. And this is Inzaghi. That is good strength.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Quarter of an hour played. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice physical challenge. João Palhinha. And the pass is intercepted. Valverde. Oh, this is a very good run. Still goalless at the moment. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Donadoni on a charge down the left. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's a promising position. Gordon goes on a run down the left wing. Caceres is wide and looking to get onto this.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's only too happy to take that back.
Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Upamecano gets across to intercept that. So what can they make of this? Beckham. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Aimed beyond the defence. That's very neat. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Throw it. Deftly away. He's having a go! Chooses to go back. Valverde! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Inzaghi clears it away. Oh, that's delightful. That'll be a throw. Oh, that's neat. Look at the space! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. He is just caressing the ball. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Played into space. Inzaghi looking to get on the end of this. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he takes a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style.
He's going to goal! Oh, he's done very well. And another try! Superb goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Malaysia deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Malaysia have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway.
Malaysia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? Upamecano. Donatoni. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's found the way through. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Substitution for Malaysia. Number
So a
7.
chance here, what can they make of it?
Coming on
This
to
an
replace him
opportunity
is
to pull level.
Number 14, Eduardo Camavinga.
And it's Inzaghi. Zanetti gets it away. No, again there's no way through. Caceres made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And that has left him in a heap. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Batistuta, and he's quick to get it clear again. Malaysia just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Searching pass he's played there. He's in plenty of space here. Camavinga, cross into the box. Palhinha with the clearance. Nicked it back promptly. That's tidy. Now there's a great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Beckham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Malaysia still have the cards to affect this game. He's under a lot of pressure there. Upamecano. Very nicely done. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He's having a good look here. Donadoni! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, well measured. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Valverde. Driving forward. And he's had a hit!
Substitutions taking place.
Camavinga with the cross. Palhinha getting this one clear. He's had a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Park Ji-sung does really well to win the ball there. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Donatoni. So nearly the perfect ball. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. And this is Inzaghi. Upamecano. And it's Zanetti. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Batistuta. Can he get it through? Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he cuts out the supply. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears. He goes for a shot! That's another chance! And that may well be that. That is that. Malaysia are walking off satisfied with their day's work.
Sotekong kartu merah. Bangkai.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
As you can see, we've already started here.
So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and...
Olise! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Olise actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Played out wide. Aims beyond the defence. Flashes it across. Can he spark a counter here? He's had it taken off him. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. It's a lovely, neat pass. De Bruyne. Now it's Kukçu. Knocks it into space. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Threads one in, and there's green grass ahead of him. He's got away. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Pelé. That looks a good ball through. Malaysia still without a single shot on target. This looks promising. It's come to nothing. Kessié is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always been impressed with Danny Carvajal, Peter, because of his work rate and incessant running. A consummate team player and a real fighting spirit inside him. You know, he's got that grit about what he does as a fullback. Although we're starting to see flashes of individualism here and there, and I hope that can only improve his game.
Yeah. And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! Ajax! De Bruyne duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Cannavaro robs him of possession.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Upamecano, and it's Messi. Out to the right. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Decent chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Half an hour played now. Closing in on goal. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, well played.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Pelé. And no, that was never going to make it.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Donatoni. He's through here. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pass is just off target. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Carvajal tries to pass it through. Kessié. De Bruyne. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Malaysia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
There a chance! Zanetti is there, and he can get that clear. Kupchu. Ajax trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively.
And shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. caused a worry or two. It's their second corner of the game. He's having a shot! It's really well cleared. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Zanetti, the man synonymous with solidity. Malaysia still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Enjoy this time.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Passing nice and neat. Upamecano. Can he get it through? Real chance! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello everybody, and this